firstly acknowledge the fact that we showed up late, but you all stayed. Thank you for that. Honorable President of FTCCI, Shri Anil Agarwal ji, Jayesh Ranjan ji, my Principal Secretary, Mr. Anil Chalamala Shetty, guest of honor today. Also, we have Shri Arun ji, we also have Suresh ji, we have Sudhakar ji, from Sudhakar Pipes, and Khyati, and to the entire family of FTCCI. Thank you for inviting me the third time, because, there was a time when I was accused of not showing up for FTCCI events. But I think now that smear is gone. Now that I've done the hat trick, मैं 3 बार आ गया, तो अभी तो आप नहीं बोल सकते हो कि मैं नहीं आया. और मैं ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि तेलंगाना बनने के बाद तीसरी इलेक्शन भी आगे आने वाली है. तो जैसे मैंने हैट ट्रिक किया आपके साथ, आप भी मेरे साथ हैट ट्रिक करो और मुझे वापस लाओ. ये भी आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ. Going by the applause, I'm thinking we'll come back. Just quickly, Mr. Agarwal spoke about how the state has grown by leaps and bounds. Arunji also was pointing out to how this is a bright spot for the industry across the nation. Blowing one's own trumpet all the time is not a very cool thing, but it's my fiduciary responsibility also to make sure that all of you understand the kind of growth that we have witnessed over the last 9 years, especially as we enter the 10th year after the formation of the state. Let me quickly highlight a few things. Of course, governance is a permanent institution. Government is a permanent institution. The leaders who head the government might change, but it's a continuous process. Lots of times what happens is, especially from a business perspective, policy continuity is extremely important. There is one government during whose tenure you would have set up an industry, and you would expect that whatever promises were made by that particular government will be kept by the succeeding government as well, irrespective of political affiliations, irrespective of their overall strategies and overall worldviews. I think we cannot be closeted, we cannot be confined to this thinking कि मुझे महाराष्ट्र के साथ compete करना है, मेरी business उस business के साथ केरल के साथ करना है या तमिलनाडु के साथ या आंध्र के साथ करना है. No, I think please start thinking global. At least next gen को थोड़ा बाहर exposure दिलाइए. Exposure visits can't be about one meeting and then going around and tourism देख के इधर-उधर 4 फोटो लेके वापस आए, वैसे नहीं. I think you really have to take our next gen youngsters, the FTCCI young team, to actually visit some of these world-class companies and focus on making sure they come back inspired and do something truly outstanding. Because, the gentleman from SBI is here and he'll tell you, capital is not a constraint anymore. अगर आपके पास idea है, अगर आपके पास दिमाग है और आपकी product में दम है, capital तो आज कहीं से आ सकता है. एक shining example है हमारे गोपी यहाँ पे, Anil Chalmal Shetty. Let me tell you his story. He's a friend, so I know. Anil was also a software employee in London till 2010, I think. 9 or 10. His parents are doctors, so they actually gave him good education. But he's a first-gen entrepreneur. 2009-10 में उन्होंने अपनी कंपनी लंदन में चालू किया, जिसका नाम उन्होंने ग्रीन कंपनी ग्रीन को करके डाल दिया. आज Anil is one of the largest renewable energy producers in the world, not India. So even our guys can do it. And how did he raise his capital? He has institutional investors, GIC, the Singapore government company. He has Adia, he has a lot of others, institutional investors. So if he can do it, I'm sure there are many of us here who can also do it, who can also dream big. Likewise, let me also tell you, today, not only raising a capital, but also the governments across the country, be it the central government or the state government. Today, we understand you better than what we understood you 30 years ago. 30 साल पहले जब एक IAS officer, principal secretary होता था या commissioner of industries होता था, he used to sit in an ivory tower and you had to go and beg with them. वो license राज में आपको याद होगा, पैरवी करना पड़ता था. आज नहीं है. Today, in fact, we are coming to you. We are pushing you. Jayesh Ranjan is on his WhatsApp, I think, almost 24/7. आप सभी के, मेरे को जहां तक जानकारी है, मैं तो ये समझता हूं कि इस ऑडियंस में से कम 80% लोगों के पास जयेश का फोन नंबर होगा. He is that accessible. Governments are that accessible to you. I mean, this was never the case in the past. The entry barriers have lowered. It has become easy to do business. Today, a state like Telangana tells you, if you want to start a new factory in my state, you don't need a permission because aapko ye sun ke taajub hogi. You'll be surprised listening to this. About 8 years ago, when Jayesh was Commissioner of Industries, I was not the Minister of Industry then. There was somebody else. The Honorable Chief Minister KCR Garu took a review. So as part of the review, he simply asked one question to the Special Chief Secretary Pradeep Chandra, who was the man who was looking after industries then, and to Jayesh, who was the Commissioner of Industries then. I also see Ajay Mishra ji here. Hi, sir. So he asked one simple question. KCR Garu asked one simple question. He said, why should the government give any clearance to industry? Government को industry को clearance देना क्या जरूरी है? क्यों हम लोग ये 3 महीने, 6 महीने क्यों लगाते हैं इसमें और क्यों इंडस्ट्री को परमिशन देने की क्या जरूरत है? एक आईएएस ऑफिसर जिसने 15 साल, 20 साल, 25 साल सर्विस में बिताया, उसको एक नया चीफ मिनिस्टर उसके सामने बैठ के पूछता है कि परमिशन देने की क्या जरूरत है, तो जयेश और प्रदीप एक दूसरे के चेहरे देख रहे थे कि अभी क्या बोलना है, अब जरूरत क्या है कोई पूछ रहे हैं. तो देन आई थिंक दे रिकवर्ड एंड दे सेड, सर अगर कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कम से कम अकाउंटेबिलिटी तो होगी, वरना परमिशन नहीं देंगे तो कैसे पता चलेगा कौन कर रहा है, क्या कर रहा है. देन सीएम सर सेड, ओके लेट्स डू वन थिंग. जैसे हम लोग राइट टू एजुकेशन किए हैं, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं, लेट अस मेक राइट टू सेल्फ सर्टिफिकेशन अ चॉइस ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर. अगर वो डिक्लेयर करते हैं कि आई एम गोइंग टू बी अ लॉ अबाइडिंग इंडस्ट्री, लॉ अबाइडिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन, देन लेट अस टेक इट एट फेस वैल्यू, सेल्फ सर्टिफिकेशन अलाउ कर दो. साथ ही साथ, बिकॉज यू सेड we need compliance, we need information, let them also submit something online so that we have a record, we do good bookkeeping and we decide कि कौन क्या कर रहे हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं. This kind of disruption and innovation in policy is what Telangana has indulged in over the last 9 years consistently. Not only in industrial policy, in TS IPAS. 15 दिन में अगर परमिशन दे देंगे, अगर नहीं देंगे तो 16वां दिन ऑटोमेटिक अप्रूवल है. कोई हिंदुस्तान की कोई राज आपको नहीं बताती है. और जयेश जैसे सीनियर ब्यूरोक्रेट को भी आज 1000 रुपये का फाइन लग सकता है अगर आपका फाइल उसने 16वां दिन या 17 दिन अगर उन्होंने होल्ड किया हुआ है, तो ही कैन बी फाइंड अ सम ऑफ रुपीज 1000 per day. This is by statute, by legislation. No Indian state will tell you this. And most importantly, not just in industrial policy, even our building permissions today. All building permissions, again in the same model. 21 days, we promise all clearances. If you don't deliver, 22nd day, it's a deemed approval. No state in India will tell you this. These are the disruptions our Honorable Chief Minister brought. That's why today, if somebody asks me, what is this Telangana model that you gloat about, brag about? I only say 4 things. It's holistic, integrated, it is inclusive, and most importantly, it's balanced. What do I mean? What I mean is, today Telangana, when I said Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy and Chandrababu Naidu and the contrast between the two of them and how Telangana is an amalgamation of the best in both. The reason why I say that is because we are less than 3% of India's population. But today, when National Panchayati Awards or National Municipality Awards are declared by Government of India, this state with less than 3% wins 30% of the awards. No other Indian state has been able to accomplish that kind of feat. We are only 2.5% of India in population. But we contribute to 5% of India's GDP. Literally, we are a 50-kilo boxer fighting in 100-kilo category, punching double our weight. Not many states in India can claim that. Most importantly, we have ensured that this development is holistic. We have not neglected any sector. Our IT sector and IT exports have risen from 56,000 crores in 2014 to 2,41,000 crores in 2023. Our IT exports have risen, but so have our agriculture exports. In 2014, we procured 68 lakh metric tons of paddy, rice. But today we procure 3.5 crore metric tons of paddy. So our balance that you see between agri and IT. Our industry has grown. $47 billion of investment has been attracted by Telangana state. As Jay said, 24% of that investment is repeat investment. Our industry has grown, has created jobs, but so has our environment. Our green cover has improved by 7.7%, highest in the country for any state. Now, this is the kind of balance I'm talking about. Our development and welfare go hand in hand. Our rural development, urban development go hand in hand. Our IT exports and agri exports grow hand in hand, our industry and environment also grow hand in hand. That's why I call my state the most successful startup of independent India in the last 75 years. My humble request to FTCCI, I'm not happy with these relative achievements relative to other states. I think we have to do more. We have to achieve more. We have to really make an impact on a global scale. So my humble request, like I said, prepare the next gen to take on the world, prepare the next gen to create products that will make not just Telanganites but India proud. And I hope FTCCI can drive us in that direction. You mentioned a couple of things, Anilji. I will, of course, take all of those issues up with you and your office bearers. I'll also have to run it by the Honorable Chief Minister before I can make any firm announcement here. But yes, the OTS that you mentioned, I will make it happen. I've already informed Jayesh to take up the matter. The one-time settlement of pending electricity arrears, we'll take it up, we'll get it done. But the बाकी दो चीज़ आपने बताया, मैं उसके बारे में मैं आपको अलग से privately बोलूँगा, and we'll make it happen. But just that we need our boss's blessing. So thank you FTCCI for inviting us. This is a hat trick, like I said, and I hope to come back next year as well and present the awards. Thank you. Jai Telangana.
Minister Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, Mr. Anil Agarwal, Shri Arun Loharka ji, Mr. Agarwal, Mr. Jaydev, Anil Chalamasetti Garu, Veena Garu, Khyati Garu, all the members of FTCCI, all the invitees, and most importantly, people who are getting recognized today, people who are receiving this Excellence Awards. Warm greetings to all of you. As was mentioned by Anil ji in his opening remarks, our industry sector has continued to do well in the last 9 years. Just about 15 days ago, we celebrated the decennial celebrations, the Shabdi Utsavalu of our state. And on the 6th, we presented the annual report for the performance of last year and also what has happened in the last 9 years. And the numbers speak for themselves. In fact, but more than that, it is entrepreneurs like you who repose faith in our state, who believe in us, who put your investment, who put your money, who create jobs, who contribute to the growth of our economy. And our Minister and Honorable Chief Minister keep telling us that your existing investors are your biggest brand ambassadors. Many of you would have noticed that in the last 9 years, we have never conducted any investment summit the way it happens, like magnificent Uttar Pradesh and glorious Tamil Nadu. These kind of events have never been conducted in Telangana. Many people point this out and they sometimes ask me directly that why is it that you don't you have a good policy, don't you have good programs? But I tell them that we have much better policy than everyone else, but our approach is very different. Our approach is, of course, some of you would be aware, we have an Invest Telangana cell. Our focus is on direct targeting of potential investors, both domestic and overseas. But more than anything else, we believe that our reputation should speak for ourselves. And as our Honorable Chief Minister, our Minister keeps telling us, the existing investors of your state are your biggest brand ambassadors. If you look after them well, if you treat them with respect, if you are receptive to their ideas, if you try to resolve their issues, then nothing can be more reputation building. But today, for the time being, I once again would like to convey my good wishes, congratulate the award winners, hope that their examples are emulated and replicated by everyone else. And thank you, FTCCI, for inviting me here. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister for Industries, MA and UD, IT, E&C in Government of Telangana, Shri Jayesh Ranjan, Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, IT and EC, Government of Telangana, Shri Anil Kumar Challamalasetti, CEO and MD of Greenco Group, my colleagues on the dais, all the dignitaries of the dais, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Hearty welcome to the FTCCI Excellence Awards ceremony. On behalf of FTCCI, I extend my warmest greetings and gratitude to each one of you who has taken the time to join us here today. We are here once again celebrating another edition of FTCCI Excellence Awards. I am truly grateful to Sri K.T. Ramarao Garu I am really proud to see there are 22 winners in various categories, and I congratulate all the winners and nominees of various awards.